For battery domestic violence.
Put your hands behind your back.
You got handcuffs?
According to our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, Davis was taken into custody after an impromptu hearing and will now finish his 3-month sentence in jail. WJZ is working to confirm why his sentencing has...
Gervonta Davis faced yet another setback when he suddenly collapsed in court, following the imposition of a new penalty for a previous violation in Baltimore. The boxing champion was charged with 2 separate offenses, one linked to a hit-and-run incident from a few years ago. Surprisingly, the boxer had been careless with his legal obligations, almost facing another sentence.
Gervonta Davis, Mr. That's it. We finally got you up here.
Yes, Judge. Thank you very much.
No problem.
However, it was Davis's collapse in court that caught the judge's attention. Along with his previous case, Davis was also confronted with bribery allegations after a leaked recording surfaced. It contained a conversation between him and referee Steve Willis during his last fight. Although there were disputes, evidence suggested something was amiss. Nonetheless, Davis's lawyer argued that the New York State Athletic Commission had dismissed the case, rendering it invalid. The fallout from the fight between Davis and Lamont Roach continues. On March 1st, Davis defended his World Boxing Association lightweight title at the Barclays Center in New York. Many fans expected an easy defense for Davis, but the fight didn't go as planned. Roach performed well throughout the contest, leading to a controversial incident in the 9th round. Davis unexpectedly took a knee and retreated to his corner, and despite the referee initially starting the count, he chose not to continue. Davis later explained that the issue was grease in his eyes, not a punch. The fight ended in a majority draw, with scores of 115 to 113 for Davis and 114 to 114 twice. A 10-8 round for Roach in the 9th could have handed him the title.
Think that when he took the knee. What you think when he took the knee?
I can't speak.
Can't speak on that?
Yes.
He did some bull though?
I can't speak on it.
No personal opinion, nothing?
Can't, especially.
It's now been revealed what Roach said to the referee during the controversial moment. Roach expressed his belief that the referee should have continued the count, saying, "Keep counting." Roach explained that when the referee started the count, he saw Davis move to his corner, causing confusion. He wanted the knockdown to be recognized, as he felt it was justified, and questioned why the referee stopped counting. Roach's team filed an official appeal regarding the fight's result, but the New York State Athletic Commission upheld the decision. Despite this, Lamont Roach's confidence is sky high, although the commission rejected his appeal to overturn the controversial draw. Roach is still vocal about facing Davis again. It's clear both sides are eager for a rematch, but before that happens, some trash talk seems to be in order.
Davis.
And, Your Honor, Mr. Hassett and I, assuming the court finds probable cause, we have an agreement.
Good morning, Judge Kenneth Hassett.
The situation has escalated beyond just the fight. Recently, Lamont Roach Jr. got into an online argument with boxer Lorenzo Simpson, who supported Davis, claiming that Davis would knock Roach out in a rematch instead of staying calm. Roach flaunted his wealth, placing the $250,000 bet, stating, "If you can show it to me, we're good money." Little guy. His confidence is undeniable, but it seems he's taken it further with recent Instagram posts where he even made a casual threat to Davis.
Off the niggas and not wishing at it, not playing. Like, come on, bro. Y'all niggas is crazy. So we elsewhere with that shit.
In his latest Instagram post, Lamont Roach Jr. referenced a potential rematch with Davis, claiming, "I showed on pound-for-pound talent against a generational star. I was born a star. And March 1st, I was under the world's microscope. I can't wait to run it back." Roach believes his performance in the 9th round, when Davis took a knee, proved his worth. While some took Davis's explanation about hair grease as truth, many praised Roach for handling the situation well.
Just off the top, man, I was, a little disappointed.
just for the sake of boxing itself, and obviously my result for the fight. I think.
Despite this, Roach's confidence could stem from his recent ranking in Ring Magazine's pound-for-pound list, with Davis losing his spot to Devin Haney and Roach now ranked No. 6. In the 135 pounds division by ESPN, his ego has certainly been boosted. As for Davis, he's remained relatively quiet after initially expressing a desire for a rematch by May. This silence is unusual, as Davis is typically known for his trash talk. But now it seems like he's preparing for something big.
Like the key that they pointed out the things that were actually done wrong, and there's still no movement to overturn the fight. Just really saddened me a little bit, but I wasn't too hung on it.
If the rematch takes place, as Roach's promoter Gary Jonas insists it will, it could deliver the fireworks fans were hoping for in the first fight. However, the real question is whether Davis is planning a stronger comeback or considering retirement. Davis has hinted that he has only 3 or 4 fights left before retiring. If retirement is on the horizon, he'll likely aim for the biggest paydays. Does a rematch with someone like Roach bring in the money Davis desires, or would he earn more from fights against bigger names like Shocker Stevenson?
A decision of the New York State Athletic Commission, I kind of accepted my fate. Just a little bit. I had a lot of hope, though. I'm not going to lie. I had a lot of hope, but...
The judge also noted that she had granted Davis permission to attend the 2020 for Paris Olympic Games to support Team USA Boxing, but rejected his request to travel to Japan for his 30th birthday. Haney expressed that jail time wouldn't be helpful, saying, "I don't like sending anyone to jail, but you need to wake up." She later added that she hoped to never see him in her courtroom again.
In my view, that I have to come with it all. I have to do more. Obviously, just to secure the win is doing just.
Interestingly, Davis had initially dismissed Roach, stating that he hadn't done enough to deserve a fight with him. Yet, in a recent conversation with NBA analyst Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, Davis seemed more open to the idea. A fight with Ryan Garcia could also generate significant revenue, though it's not likely to happen anytime soon. Garcia must first defeat Rolly Romero on May 2nd, and if he wins, he'll face Devin Haney. Assuming Haney beats Jose Carlos Ramirez, A. Davis Garcia rematch is a possibility, but will take time, and Davis may not have much of that left with Roach continuing to challenge him.
We elsewhere with that shit, and niggas dick eating like they start. Like, come on, when I start wearing chrome heavy and showing shit off, and that's when niggas start wearing.
A Baltimore judge spared Davis from jail time after he admitted to violating his probation for a hit-and-run accident that injured 4 people, including a pregnant woman. Circuit Judge Elia M. Haney extended Davis's probation for 18 months and ordered a $1,000 donation to the Community Assistance Network. Davis had left Florida without permission to travel, and his probation agent in Maryland caught him dining at a restaurant in Baltimore. Despite Davis's history of receiving travel passes, the judge was firm in her stance on his behavior.
The home potential, people, I listen to everybody to the T. She's mad that I bought a property, that's why I'm sitting in jail.
Davis pleaded guilty to 4 traffic offenses related to the hit-and-run incident. The crash occurred at around a.m. on November 5, 2020, when Davis ran a red light and collided with another vehicle before slamming into a 7-Eleven fence. The judge sentenced Davis to 90 days of home detention and 3 years of probation, citing his repeated legal violations. Davis was supposed to serve his sentence at his coach's home, but was later found staying in a luxury hotel and condo, leading to further legal complications.
Said that, I shouldn't have. She wanted me to be in an apartment, a 1-bed apartment.
The judge questioned why the state's attorney's office had been involved in the case, and the prosecutor explained that the case had been assigned to him. Davis's attorney argued that his client had completed the necessary probation requirements and given back to the community. The judge still handed down the sentence, emphasizing the need for Davis to learn from his mistakes.
You know what I mean? And I couldn't even, you know what I mean, take that. You know what I mean? She wanted me to stay in the one-bed apartment and have my kids and nothing come visit me and things like that. I just want to spread light on this situation because
After serving 6 weeks in jail, both of Davis's probation agents recommended jail time. One agent expressed that she often had to contact Davis's team to get in touch with him, despite Davis's defense lawyer's request for a lighter sentence. The judge noted that Davis had violated the terms of his probation on several occasions. The conversation highlighted the disconnect between Davis's legal obligations and his behavior.
Court finds probable cause.
And Your Honor, we agreed to a $1,000 bond, no victim contact if that's acceptable for the court.
Okay.
The judge acknowledged Davis's efforts to apologize and claimed that he had been training. During his probation violation, however, she pointed out that Davis had been spotted at a restaurant, not engaged in training, and made it clear that he had violated the terms of his probation. The final sentencing came after discussions with both parties.
$1,000 bond, no contact. Have a good day.
Happy holidays, Judge. Good to see you.
Thank you.
The judge acknowledged Davis's efforts to apologize and claimed that he had been training. During his probation violation, however, she pointed out that Davis had been spotted at a restaurant, not engaged in training, and made it clear that he had violated the terms of his probation. The final sentencing came after discussions with both parties.
I want to do the chrome shit heavy. Dick eaters. And I'm selling all my shit too. But
The judges scored the fight 114 to 114, while a third had it 115 to 113 in favor of Davis. ESPN also scored it a draw. Afterward, Davis acknowledged Roach's skill and strength, calling it a valuable lesson and suggesting they could face off again. In the future, in a controversial moment, Davis took a knee in the 9th round after receiving a jab, but the referee decided not to count it as a knockdown, which could have shifted the outcome in Roach's favor. Had the knockdown been counted, Roach could have potentially won the 9th round by a 10-8 score. Instead, the judges scored the round 10-9 for Davis. Davis explained that his knee was caused by grease from his hair getting into his eye, a statement Roach didn't dispute, but felt the rules should have been followed. Roach insisted that the knockdown should have been counted, which would have given him the victory.
On live, but I went back and I watched it, and Tank lost that fight, period. And that's even without the knockdown, he lost.
Entering the fight as a heavy favorite, Davis was expected to finish Roach quickly. However, Roach defied expectations, absorbing Davis's punches and countering effectively. Davis struggled to land a knockout blow, as Roach's defensive skills forced him to adjust his strategy. Roach's ability to stand his ground surprised Davis, leading to a more tactical approach.
The fight, just didn't do enough work. I thought that Roach's game plan was man.
Judge Handy's only condition for Davis to return to her courtroom in the future was if he decided to pursue law school. Davis's history of slow starts nearly cost him during his defense of his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach Jr. The fight ended in a majority draw, but Davis retained his title after a difficult performance. Judge Handy's only condition for Davis to return to her courtroom in the future was if he decided to pursue law school. Davis's history of slow starts nearly cost him during his defense of his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach Jr. The fight ended in a majority draw, but Davis retained his title after a difficult performance.
like Lamont definitely won. All right, G. I feel like Lamont Roach won. I definitely feel like Lamont Roach won. But a draw, like, I mean, it is what it is type shit, you know? I ain't hating on the decision.
Davis, usually a patient fighter, had to recalibrate after Roach proved difficult to break. Roach, despite being less experienced at lightweight, had the upper hand for much of the fight, forcing Davis to work hard to secure a draw. The fight's outcome reflected the growing confidence and skill of Roach. who seemed ready for future opportunities. By the middle rounds, Davis realized he wouldn't get an easy knockout, prompting him to become more aggressive. Roach continued to land counters and combinations, even stunning Davis with a right hand in the 8th round. Although Davis wasn't in any danger, Roach's counters showed that he couldn't afford to fight recklessly. As the fight continued, Roach pushed forward, forcing Davis to engage, despite Davis's slow start. Roach's constant pressure and counterpunching showcased his resilience. By the final rounds, Davis knew he needed to take control, but Roach remained dangerous throughout, refusing to back down.
It was a great event. Great event. It was a great fight. They put in a fantastic performance. Both of them did, for real. Both of them really did put in a fantastic performance. It was a great fight, you know. All that good stuff. All that good stuff. You know, it was a draw. At the end of the day, people aren't satisfied. You know, I feel like, I always keep it a buck.
In the championship rounds, Davis increased his activity, landing some powerful shots, but he never came close to hurting Roach. Roach continued to push forward and landed 112 punches, while Davis was more economical, landing 103 punches. In the end, the draw was a fair reflection of their competitive contest.